Alright everybody, and welcome back to Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Fathers. When last we left off, we had been asking around about voodoo and being nice and culturally insensitive and just asking a bunch of semi-offensive questions and implying everyone involved with voodoo in the city was somehow related to the voodoo murders. When last we left off, we had come to visit St. Louis Cemetery number 1, and we were interrogating this nice gentleman over here who was kind enough to give us a little bit of semi-helpful information. And we also made a copy of these strange marks on the tomb of Marie Laveau herself, allegedly, possibly, maybe. Anywho's, we have a couple of other little things we can ask, and hopefully we'll get some useful information out of them.
Excuse me, sir?
Yeah? What can I do for you?
Does this mean anything to you?
Sure. I see them marks all the time on tombs. Don't know what they mean, though.
Cool. That was not helpful. How about these marks from the body? Nope. God damn it, dude. Okay, well, he doesn't actually know anything helpful. So much for trying to create a reasonable narrative here. Can we steal anything else from the tomb?
No, thanks. These would seriously clash with my decorating scheme.
I see. Well, I guess we can hop on back over here again, because there's a couple other things we should probably see while we're over here.
The Wright family tomb. Several of Gabriel and Grant's family members are laid to rest here.
So we have a tomb here.
A rot.
I hope that's to keep people out.
Indeed. How about these markings from around the bodies?
Hello there, got a sec?
You got something to say, son?
Does this mean anything to you?
Nope.
Thank you for the advice. I stole a brick.
Does this mean...
It's a piece of brick. You can find them all over the
Well, I'm stealing this one. How about this picture of a body? Do you want to? You want some nightmares?
To you?
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, son. Don't be showing that kind of thing to me. I'm an old man. I'm liable to just keel right over on you.
Sorry.
Alright, well that wasn't helpful. I think we have one more screen over here we can look at. Ooh, we know that name.
The imposing tomb is elaborately labeled Gedde.
Yeah, so Malia Getty's family has a tomb here as well.
2 enormous vases flank the front of the Gedde tomb.
What's this?
There's a small marble plate near the tomb doors.
Can we fuck with it?
That doesn't work on the lock plate.
Can we open it?
The plate is locked in position. There's a keyhole on the plate, but Gabriel can't operate that without a key.
Alright, so maybe we'll break into their family tomb at some point. Maybe that's how we get into their house. Seems a little bit roundabout to me, but you never know in these kind of games. Well, we've hit a lot of dead ends. We have learned a little bit about voodoo, which I suppose is helpful, but nothing that's going to help us solve any murders. We still have Mosley to visit, so let's Mosley on over there. They got some kind of repairman out. What we got over here?
There's a temperature gauge on the wall near Mosley's office. The security cage has been removed by the electrician.
It's a fancy way of saying a thermostat.
There's a photocopy machine in the office area.
Alright, let's go and pay Mosley a visit.
No one goes back there until I say so, mister.
Sorry.
Okay, well, can I go back there?
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you for?
You cannot. We're here to see Mosley.
I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
He's in his office. Go on back.
Will do. Was that really so hard? Alright, let's hop on in here.
Mosley, my man.
Yeah, what is it, you wanker?
How you doing? And this is our pal Mosley. We saw him a couple days ago out at the crime scene.
Mosley was one of those beefy guys in his youth. Now he's getting lumpy. The badge in his front coat pocket is set off particularly well by the gold polyester of his jacket.
I see. Alright, well, we got some stuff for you. Have you seen these markings?
I copied those marks from the lake.
Really? Good for you.
Do you want to see my sketch?
No, we have our own copy, Knight.
Well, thank you. That was very helpful of you. How about these marks from the tomb?
I found these strange symbols on Marie Laveau's tomb at St. Louis Cemetery No. 1.
I'm sure any extra voodoo stuff you dig up will make an interesting story, Knight, but I'd rather stick with the case at hand, personally.
Oh, well, aren't you just a pleasure? Oh, this snake scale. I found evidence better than you did.
I picked up this scale at Lake Pontchartrain.
Really? Wow, that's a great idea for the book. Me endangering my life investigating at a snake-infested lake. We don't have to mention that it's probably from a harmless local water snake.
I was implying they were connected, you know. Okay, I guess he doesn't have anything useful to say about that. Alright, well, let's go ahead and interrogate him.
Can I ask you about...
You're the writer. Ask away.
And this guy has a... we can just start off by insulting the guy.
Have you ever called the hair club for men?
I'd rather have no hair than your hair, Knight.
Okay, enough of that. Alright, we have a bunch of little topics we can talk to him about.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
There's voodoo that goes on in this city, sure. I looked into it a bit at the beginning of this case. But the voodoo stuff found at the crime scenes is all faked. It doesn't have anything to do with the real stuff. I know. I asked some experts. It's intimidation tactics, that's all.
I wonder what experts he talked to.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Lots. Can you be more specific?
Alright, well, we have a bunch of other stuff to ask about here.
Do you know anything about the killers?
At least 20 people attend the killings. We know this from the variety of footprints found at the scene.
Footprints? Aren't those as good as fingerprints?
Can be. But we'd have to have a suspect in custody first, and the suspect would have to match one of the few distinct prints we have.
And 20.
Most of the footprints are smudged, trodden over, unreadable. These guys are so casual in their expertise, it's maddening. Like they know we'll never find them.
20 people at a crime seems like quite a bit.
How many murders have there been so far?
7 murders have so far been linked to the voodoo murders case. Now, the first murder occurred about 8 weeks ago. The M.O. was the same in each murder. Lake Pontchartrain was the 7th.
Pontchartrain. You have any real evidence?
What kind of evidence have you found?
No fingerprints, a few bare footprints. Found a few fibers, but not many. The weirdest one was leopard fur.
Leopard fur?
Yeah, so he's been dreaming about a leopard. Probably nothing. Alright, tell me about the crime scenes.
Describe the crime scenes.
Well, there's the corpse itself, minus the heart. Around where the body was killed, we find marks and flour and blood. There are traces of wax from candles, red and black. Ordinary wax candles, so the lab reports. Also blood and feathers of chickens. Also goat's blood. And plenty of the victim's own, of course.
And male parts.
What's the coroner say?
The victim's heart is always ripped out of the chest and missing. We haven't located a single one of them.
Oh, lovely. Any idea what they do with them?
Don't even want to know. Also, the coroner says some of the victims had heart attacks before the incision. Literally scared to death.
Charming.
The knife wounds are consistent with a long, narrow, wavy-edged knife. Probably a ritualistic dagger.
I see.
Any witnesses?
Nope. There's never been a single witness. No one's even heard a disturbance. It's damned weird. Like they just don't want people to see, and so nobody sees
Well,
nothing.
there's 20 of them. I don't know. That's weird.
Know anything about the victims?
The victims are all out-of-towners. We still don't know why.
I see. Guess that might be easier to cover up, especially back in the early 90s.
Oh, nothing.
Alright, we don't need to ask about New Orleans. What about snakes?
Do you know anything about snakes?
The only thing I know about snakes is I don't like them.
Understandable.
Do you have any idea what Caprice sans cœur means?
Hell no. Is that French? My mother spoke it, but I always had a hard enough time just speaking English.
True enough.
How about Marie Laveau?
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Is she that red-headed chick that works at Freddy's?
No.
Then I don't know her.
Helpful. Alright, we can ask a little bit about him if you want the...
Tell me about yourself.
For the book?
Sure, why not?
Okay, what do you want to know?
Can ask a little bit about him just to get a little bit of background on his character.
How'd you like working on the police force?
Are you kidding? You know I love being a cop. In New Orleans, it's the best place in the world to be one.
I see.
How's your home life?
Oh, real funny, Knight. Why don't you just bring in some frickin' salt? Well, you know Annie left me. My home life is shit.
Right. Sorry about that.
Alright, I think we've asked enough.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
It's your
We've
dime.
done enough damage for today. Alright, so you can trigger things in kind of a weird order here, but so I'll try to do it in a way that wastes a little bit less time. So let's ask about the patterns around the bodies first.
Do you know anything about the patterns around the bodies?
Yeah, weird, huh? All 7 victims had those little marks around them. We got all the marks on file, but we haven't figured out what, if anything, they mean.
I see. So what about those other 6 patterns?
Can I see the other 6 patterns?
Sure. People like that kind of stuff, don't they? Might make the book seem more mysterious. Go talk to Officer Franks. Tell her I said you could see the file.
Okay. And we can ask for some coffee. I know I would like some coffee.
How about getting me some coffee?
Coffee? You want coffee?
Should that surprise you?
Nah, you've always been a caffeine addict. It's just that what we got here hardly qualifies.
So, I'm desperate.
It's your stomach. I'll get you some when we're done talking.
That long?
All right, I'll go now.
Okay. So this is a little bit like with Moonbeam. We can actually get him to leave the room so we can fuck with his stuff.
Don't touch anything while I'm
Oh,
gone.
I'm gonna touch everything while you're gone. So this is a little bit less cruel than some of Sierra's games. You can actually ask him to get you coffee as many times as you want and get him out of the room so you can mess with stuff.
Gabriel doesn't see anything of interest there. Gabriel would prefer to touch as little of Mosley's stuff as possible.
I disagree. Well, that didn't take very long.
Here, drink it.
Thanks.
Alright, well, we did see there were other signs we could look at, and we don't have anything we need to pilfer from his room just yet. So let's get on out of here. So, I was told we have symbols you can show us.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
Can you get a file for me?
What file would that be?
The Voodoo Murders file? Detective Mosley said I could see it.
Really? Well, if he said so.
This is how real police work. Let's tamper with some more evidence, shall we?
There it is. You can look at it all you want, but don't leave this area with it, okay? And no photocopies either, I'm afraid.
No photocopies.
Of course. I understand completely.
I will not do anything wrong with these, I promise. Alright, we have ourselves some symbols
The
here.
police file contains partial patterns from the first 6 voodoo murders.
Now, she said no photocopies, and you might think the perfectly logical thing, why don't we just make a sketch like we did with the other one?
Those 2 objects would have no effect on
But the game will not allow you to do that. Alright, well they have a photocopier over here.
I told you, you can't photocopy official police files.
Right. Sorry. I forgot.
Alright, we need to get her out of the room somehow.
I'm done.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, what if we, Actually, let's go talk to Mosley again. We'll do that later. We'll play with their thermostat later. So, How you doing?
Can I ask you about some...
You're the writer. Ask away.
So there are a couple other topics here we can explore. We know coffee will get him out of the room. How about these photographs?
I got those photographs you left for me.
Really? Great. What'd you think?
Astonishingly lifelike.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Got any more ideas for photos for the book?
Well, now that you mention it,
A cop author photo might be nice.
You and me? Together?
Why not? Of course, you'll have to try to tone down your masculinity.
Well, okay. Now I'll call the police photographer.
okay then. Hopefully, that lady's the police photographer so we can get her out of the room.
Franks, come here a minute, would you? And bring your camera.
Could you pick up the pace a little bit? Any day now.
What did you need, Detective Mosley?
We need a picture, please. And make it a good one, huh, sweetheart?
This is back when everyone didn't just have a camera in their pocket.
Sweetheart.
Say, chintzy.
Was there anything else, Knight?
You know, I really need to go and do my hair.
Hold on a sec while I go check my hair.
Good God, Knight, make it fast.
Alright, and I got her out of the room, so we can yoink this little,
Let me see that file again.
yoink this little file here and make a copy of it right quick.
Just want to check this machine here.
I remember those big-ass copy machines like that. You don't really see them quite like that anymore, unless it's some old place that hasn't updated their stuff in a long time. Those things will fit on your desk nowadays. Moving right along.
Would you just get in here?
But how does my hair look, Mosley?
Hurry up, would you?
Okay, ready.
Thanks, hon. Let me know when you got it developed. The photos, that is.
Womp, womp,
Yeah,
womp.
sure.
Okay, so we managed to steal some more information from the police. Now, so I don't know exactly how you are supposed to figure this out. I guess, you know, just back in the day you would trial and error things as much
I'm
as
gonna hit
possible.
the road.
Have a good one.
I think I looked this up back when I was playing this for the first time. So what we need to do, we need to get Mosley's police badge. And the only way we can do that is by getting him to take off his jacket. So we're going to turn the thermostat up to 90 degrees and then hop on back into his office right quick.
Whew, it's hot in here. Dang, the air conditioning must be on the blink.
It got hot pretty quick.
Are you hot?
Oh well,
Man,
I'm very hot. Alright, we got him to take his jacket off. So let's go ahead and
Can I ask you about some stuff?
let's get him to get us some more coffee.
How about getting me some coffee?
What am I, your slave?
Hey, I'm working my butt off
I'm
here.
doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, fine.
And he slowly walks his way out of his office once again.
Some people are never satisfied.
Never ever. And while he's gone, we can swipe his badge.
I think I'll just borrow this badge.
Hey, what are you doing with my coat?
Nothing.
Nothing. I thought I saw something crawling on it.
Just drink this.
No creamer?
Thanks. Tons. I mean it.
Alright, let's get on out of here before he notices. Alright, and I'll be nice and we'll turn the thermostat back down.
Gabriel decides to give Mosley a break and not change the temperature.
I mean, you're not really giving him a break if you're leaving it at 90, I'm just saying. Alright, well, let's get on out of here. Maybe we can, commit a few more crimes by impersonating a police officer. No, not Grandma Knight. Oh, we have to break Grandma Knight's heart. Okay, no, I didn't actually want to see you. I'll see you at Christmas. Bye! 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 No, I gotta suffer through another hug. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go to the right place this time. Alright, and we'll use the knocker this time.
May I help you?
I am beyond help, sir.
I'd like to see Malia Getty, please. I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment or...
As it turns out, I do have official
I
business.
do have official... Really?
We are a police officer.
My name is Detective Mosley. I'm here on police business. Really? How interesting. Wait here. I'll inform Miss Giddy.
Ms. Giddy.
Miss Geddy will see you. Right this way. Miss Geddy will be down shortly. Thank you.
Oh, this is a cozy looking place. This is ample time to steal stuff. You don't know what inventory items you're gonna
What
need.
can I do for you, Detective?
Hello there. I'm a police officer.
Does this mean anything to you?
It got you in to see me, Detective, so it obviously means something to me.
Alright, let's look around and make some creepy comments.
Beautiful women. They must be relatives.
They are.
I see.
Roses and gardenias give the air a sweet taint.
Alright, let's look at the fire.
Romantic.
I like firelight, Detective.
Gabriel has no inner monologue.
Genuine lion.
I don't think that's legal.
I can imagine doing things on that rug.
Excuse me?
Oh,
Nothing. I was just really, really horny.
Modern art?
More or less. It's a Picasso.
I see.
Nice statue. I like it.
Thank you. It's The Rebellious Slave by Michelangelo.
Alright, let's go ahead and start asking the tough questions.
Gabriel is trying to impress the girl, not to make her.
That doesn't come till later. Pretend I didn't say that. Moving on. How about these symbols?
There's no point in you.
Does this mean anything to you?
No, I've never seen anything like it.
Okay, thanks.
How about these symbols?
Does this mean anything to you?
No,
Okay, well, we're not really getting anywhere here.
Mind if I ask you a few questions, Miss Getty?
I assume that's what you're here for, Detective.
You have to remember, he's not actually here to investigate the voodoo murders. He's just here because he's a horn dog.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? Why would you want to know about that, Detective? It's rather silly, isn't it?
There's nothing silly about the voodoo murders.
But that voodoo is faked. That's what I've read in the papers.
People actually read the
That's what the
newspapers in
papers
this
say,
world.
all right.
But you're not convinced?
No, frankly, I'm not. The police department isn't known for its imagination.
Oh. Well, I can see that your imagination is
I
considerable.
like how everyone talks shit about Gabriel Knight in this game.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
The murders? Only what I read in the papers.
And what do you read in the papers?
I'm sure you know much more about it than I, Detective.
This game came out in like 1993 or 1994, and people didn't really read newspapers even back then. Alright, I guess we can ask about New Orleans.
Tell me about your life in New Orleans.
The Getty family came to New Orleans in 1800. We worked very hard to get where we are. On the other hand, we've done a lot for this community.
I can believe that. You're doing a lot for me right
Keep
now.
it in your pants, Gabriel.
Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm afraid I quite abhor them.
What about trouser snakes?
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint-Car means?
No, I don't. What does it mean, Detective?
That's confidential information, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. What about Marie Laveau?
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
I have heard of her, of course, but that's about it.
Okay, tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself.
I suppose I don't really have a choice. What do you want to know, Detective?
Okay, let's not ask anything super offensive. Do you have a husband?
Do you have a husband? A boyfriend?
Do I have a chance?
I'm very independent, Detective. The women in my family have always preferred it that way.
So, you've never been married?
No, and I never will be.
What about children?
Yes, that is likely. Someday.
I'm here to help.
What kind of things interest you?
I don't have a lot of free time, but I do appreciate the arts. Opera, symphony, ballet, fine art. If you look around, you'll see that we collect African art, for example.
Yes, it's very beautiful.
It is, Detective. It means a great deal to me.
What about your career?
Do you have a career?
Can you support a failing author?
Career. Being the head of the Getty family is a 24-hour-a-day job. We have many holdings and many responsibilities, financial and otherwise. The management of our business affairs and properties leaves me with time for little else.
Poor little rich girl?
Believe it or not, Detective, wealth does have its price.
You're blowing your shot, my dude.
Tell me about your family.
The Gettys? We're a very private family.
How many people are there in your family?
Well, my mother just passed away.
I am sorry.
So am I. She was a magnificent woman. We were very close. I was an only child.
And your father?
I never knew him.
It's hard to believe that any man would leave a woman like you. Or like your mother must have been.
Gabriel.
He did not leave, Detective. But that's really none of your concern.
You're blowing it.
I'm sorry. Go
You're
on.
blowing it, Gabriel.
There are, of course, other Gettys in the city. I have a large, extended family.
I see.
Just tell me anything at all.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I do a lot of charity work around the city, primarily in the prison and reform system. I'm not a professional sociologist, but it does interest me.
All right. Well, I think we've heard enough.
I wouldn't know where to begin.
As you wish, Detective.
All right. What about Lake Pontchartrain?
Can you tell me anything about what happened out at the lake?
I wish I could, but I've never seen or heard anything unusual at the lake, and I do spend quite a bit of time out there.
I see. Well, I guess we've covered everything we can cover, so let's get to the reason we came here.
Excuse me, but your eyes are really distracting. I don't think I've ever seen a color quite like that. Brownish gold. It's so deep and rich. Man, if I could bottle that, I'd make a fortune.
Thank you, Detective. That's an interesting observation, though probably not relevant to your case.
A good detective never knows what might be relevant, Miss Getty.
Then you must be truly exceptional at your job.
Bird.
I think this has gone on long enough. You're not really a detective, are you?
Who, me? Well, I am on this case, Miss Getty.
I saw you at the lake yesterday. I thought you must be with the police since you were there, but you don't act like a police officer. Besides, I'm rather certain that the other man said his name was Mosley.
All right, you caught me. I'm not with the police. My name is Gabriel Knight. I'm a writer working with Detective Mosley on a book.
Well, Mr. Knight, now that we've established who you are, perhaps you can tell me the real reason you're here.
Well, I am researching the book, and I thought you might have seen or heard something at the lake.
I don't like liars, Mr. Knight.
Okay, you're right. I really just wanted to see you again. You can be mad at me if you want, but I swear I've never done anything like this
Even
before.
I find that hard to
Mr.
believe.
Knight, you've lied about your identity and wasted my time with meaningless questions. If it weren't vaguely flattering, I'd really be angry. You're lucky I don't call the real police. I think you should go, Mr. Knight.
Malia, wait. If you just give me
I'm
a
really,
chance.
really desperate.
I've wasted enough time. I'll have Robert show you out.
Well, good job.
Robert? Show Mr. Knight out, please.
I most certainly will.
Thank you very much. I had a lovely time. Ah, shit.
Well, that went well. Okay, well, we've committed a few more crimes and have very little to show for it. So you don't actually have to return Mosley's badge, but I like to, because, I don't know, I feel like we already were abusing the guy enough already, so we'll be nice and return his badge. Hey, Mosley, funny story.
Hey, bud. You! Last time I looked.
Give me my badge right now.
Oh, is that why you're so excited? If you knew what I needed it for.
I'm sure it was to impress a woman. You could have asked. Do you know how embarrassing it is to admit your badge was stolen? I had a photo with the chief, and he wanted me wearing it. I should lock you up, Knight.
I suppose you could. Seems to me, though, there was that time you borrowed my bike without mentioning it. Right from in front of my shop.
Yeah, don't remind me. Just don't do it again.
Yeah, so if you don't give him his badge back, he does get it,
It's
okay.
hot.
He's gonna take his clothes off again. I tried to turn the thermostat back. He wouldn't let me. Blame the game, not me. I would love to make you comfortable.
Are you hot?
Anyway, so he's gonna take his clothes off again. I wonder if we could steal the badge again. We're not going to, though. Don't need to risk glitching things out anymore. If you don't give him back his badge, he will take it from you tomorrow, but I like to give it back to him, then you get that little extra bit of dialogue about the bike. Alright, so at this point you would kind of not really know what you need to be doing. So as you do in these adventure games, when you don't know what to do, you kind of just wander around and go look around. Yeah, there's a dude over here.
An artist is taking advantage of the fine weather.
How you doing, buddy?
Nice drawing of the cathedral.
Thanks.
It's really precise.
Well, I'm an architectural student, actually. It's good practice.
Well, we have these patterns, if you'd like to do a sketch for us. We do commissions.
Say, do you think there's anything you can do with these patterns?
I'm kind of busy, and I don't normally do requests.
Oh, okay.
Well, that got us nowhere. And there's this location up here we haven't been to yet. We can have a look around.
St. Louis Cathedral has a beautiful chapel, warm with tones of gold and cream and rich with delicate frescoes and meticulously carved wood.
Okay.
Gabriel cannot go in there.
We'll go in the other one. Go and we'll make some confessions. We've committed enough crimes today.
The confessional is empty.
What if we,
Gabriel can...
May I help you, my child?
Oh, I've been sinning.
Could you give me a blessing?
Do you feel the need for a blessing, son?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
All right, if it will comfort you.
The priest blesses Gabriel through the confessional window.
Peace be with you, son.
Thank you, Father.
Okay, we didn't confess because I clicked the wrong button, but it doesn't really matter. So there's this little room you can go to, and there's also another room over here that we can go to as well. We don't really need anything out of here just yet.
A freshly starched black priest's shirt stands out against the white robes in the closet. It's a picture of Christ.
He's watching what you're doing.
There's a box of white priest's collars in the closet.
Alright, well we don't need to do anything in here just yet.
Gabriel can...
So I guess we can continue our exploration until we can find something useful to do.
Hey, come back here. Hey!
Oh, shame you're not doing commissions.
Oh, unbelievable. Rotten luck.
Okay, so the artist dude lost his work, apparently. That's very sad. See if we can get it for him.
Gabriel can't reach the drawing from where he is.
Can we use our flashlight and kind of like bump it towards us?
Using that on the drawing.
What about our tweezers?
Using that...
Alright, well that didn't work out for us. Alright, there's some more people here that weren't here before.
A small boy is tap dancing enthusiastically for a lucky dog vendor. The vendor ignores him.
Oh, very sad.
The lucky dog vendor has his nose buried in a paperback novel. Gabriel noticed that it is not, big surprise, one of his.
I don't know if Gabriel's ever even written a book before. So, what can you tell us?
Interrogating the little boy wouldn't be very useful.
He could have seen something.
You dance pretty well for a kid.
Give me some money.
I'm
then.
broke.
I don't have any.
Don't block the view, mister.
Could I get a lucky dog, please?
Not now, I'm busy.
An unambitious person? In the 90s? Ah, amazing.
Some things never change. Alright, well we have this coupon that's not really good for anything.
I have this gift certificate.
I'm busy.
It's good for $20 at St. George's Books, finest bookstore in New Orleans.
Really? I'll have to check it out sometime.
You could take this gift certificate with you, if you'll give me a lucky dog.
A lucky dog for a $20 gift certificate? Well, sure. Here you go.
And we now have a hot dog in our pants. And before I recorded this video, I went around and showed the hot dog to everyone, because I was hoping there'd be some funny dialogue for it, but sadly, there was not. So, I'll spare you.
You wouldn't like a lucky dog by any chance.
Would I?
God damn.
Thanks, mister. You got any special requests? Let me know.
Well, I'm not much of a patron of the arts, but
You mentioned something about special requests.
Yeah. You got one?
could you, maybe fit through the bars around the statue?
Can you fit through the bars around the statue?
Can I? Just watch me.
Good. There's something in there I can't quite
God.
reach. Come on. Can you reach that piece of paper?
Sure thing. Here you go. Yep. See ya.
Alright, and we now have a drawing of the cathedral.
It's better than most postcards I've seen.
Alright, we can return this guy's drawing and maybe he'll be a little bit more open to helping us out this time.
This belongs to you, doesn't it?
My drawing. How'd you get it?
Oh, it was a bit of a squeeze, but I hate to see you lose your work. I lost my only copy of a manuscript once.
Well, you saved my butt. Let me know if I can ever do the same for you, huh?
Do you draw hentai? Okay, we have these drawings we can show him. Hopefully we can maybe do something with them.
Say, do you think there's anything you can do with these patterns?
What do you need?
Is there any way you can reconstruct the whole pattern from these partials?
Pattern is probably circular, and there's some repetition in the elements. What is this from, anyway?
You'd never believe me.
Okie dokie. Well, there's... I think there's an area missing. If you could get me any more of these...
I'll see what I can do.
Area missing, you say? What about this one specific drawing that I took at a crime scene?
I have another one of those patterns.
Really? Let's see. Yeah, this is great. I think there's enough overlap now. I'll give it my best shot. I'll show you what I come up with tomorrow.
Great. I
I
appreciate it.
really do, thanks. Alright, and I think we've done all that we need to do today, so we can head on back to the St. George's Books as soon as this asshole gets out of my way. Now you might...
Lucy, I'm home.
Please never do that again.
Really? I forgot you were gone.
Alright, and if you remember in the last video, there was this old lady that went to Dixieland Drugstore, and she's pretty much the only lead we have on anything voodoo related anymore.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Could you do some research for me?
Sure.
I want to stalk someone else today.
I need you to look up a Madame Cazeneuve.
Madame Cazeneuve? Is she related to the murders the same way your friend, Malia Getty, was?
Grace, Cazeneuve's at least 70.
As if that makes a difference
Don't
to
call
you.
me out like that.
Okay, I'll see what I can find. Anything else?
No, I think we're good.
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Well, you have fun.
It's time to close shop.
So it is. Have a nice night.
And that brings us to the end of another day.
You too. See you tomorrow.
You don't take your stuff with you? Okay. We never get any customers here. I wonder if Gabriel will have more nightmares tonight. Oh, there they come. Looks like some woman is turning into a leopard. There's this medallion thing. Ooh, we have a dagger. I don't think that was there before. Oh, the snake. Day 3. Drawn to Bacchus's abode, I sought there to conspire, but it was in the city of the dead that I found my heart's desire. That is a really obscure clue, by the way.
I'm so glad you could join us today. I've got messages when you want
I
them.
love messages.
I also checked out Kazanu. There are multiple listings in the white pages. I got the page, but you'll have to figure out the right one.
Oh, I love puzzles.
Great, thanks.
Now, are you gonna tell me what happened yesterday with Malia Getty, or is it just too
I committed a few
embarrassing?
crimes.
Don't tell me you actually got to see her.
Are the stars out tonight?
Gabriel, you don't seriously think she's interested? She can have any man in the city. You know, men with bank accounts.
You underestimate the Knight family's tragic poet samurai appeal.
Yes, indeed.
When Daddy married Mom, she was the hottest catch in town.
I always suspected there was something fishy in your family tree. But seriously, I think you should be careful.
Grace.
I'm serious. I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach.
You read
about
the
this.
script.
It's called jealousy, my dear. And you're right. You should be jealous of Malia Getty, as should every woman on this planet.
Oh, never mind. I'll just fix these books. Your life is in your own slippery little hands.
The point is to get it into somebody else's hands.
I think that's just your penis. Alright, and on that note, we're gonna call this another video, starting Day 3 in the exciting world of Gabriel Knight. We have a couple of leads. We can harass Madame Kazanu after we find her. Apparently we have to parse through these numbers in the phone book. And hopefully the artist has been able to finish our sketches. But we will investigate that in the next video. Hope you guys are enjoying, and thank you for joining me. I will see you in the next video. Well, actually, I won't see you. You can watch these videos without having any pants on if that's what does it for you. It's really all up to you. Anyway, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video.